Hello, it's time for another episode of Discipleship Today, and as we speak this morning, we're in the throes of a global pandemic. My name's Pastor Bob Benson, and my encouragement this week is God's still in control. As we disciple and as we're being discipled, there's a lot of angst among people. I really believe that this is a test. God is testing his church to see how we will react during this whole thing. In the first century, there was a plague that hit Rome, and the early historians had recorded that the church responded. And matter of fact, they got the name wrong a little bit. They called them Christosis, these people that came into the city of Rome to care for the dead and the dying and the sick. But here we have, within the next couple hundred years, Christianity spreads throughout Rome. And it really changes the culture and the complex of things, even having a Roman emperor who is saved. So in the midst of this, it's how is the church reacting? And I really would encourage you to react in the right way. We still need to love on people. We still need to share. We have the hope of the world. We need to share that hope with people that are afraid of dying. We have the best news. They don't have to be afraid of death. And in this, how are we sharing the hope of Jesus Christ? My friend, Dr. Mark Hansen says, God never wastes a good crisis. Well, this is a good crisis, and God's not wasting it. He can work through it. We have the hope of the world, and we need to share that hope with other people around us. And how do we do that in a loving, winsome way while still maintaining our social distance, while still doing due diligence? We may need to change the way we're doing some things, but we still need to react in the right way. This is the bottom line for me. I refuse to react out of fear. I will not live in that place. Satan uses fear as a tool. The fear should not drive us at this point. Now, with that said, there is the balance. How do we do this and do it in a responsible way? I know that some pastors will be criticized no matter what they do. Please, none of us have done this before. We've never led people through a global pandemic. Go easy on your pastor, because if you start publicly saying that he's wrong, you're going to cause division. And there's another tool of Satan working at the inside within the church at times. And please, just be careful, be considerate, and engage in the kingdom work the way God has called you to engage. We don't give up on discipleship. We don't give up on our disciples, and we shouldn't give up on our people that are discipling us. So please, let's react in the right way. Let's bind together. Let's do the right things for the right reasons, and let's engage in this whole thing. God has called each of us to engage in a different way, and I get that. You are not all called to be ministers of the gospel during this period, but we are all called to be witnesses. And what does a witness do? A witness tells what's happened to them. Here's the basic reality. This is who I was before I met Jesus. This is how I met Jesus, and this is who he's turning me into. Those are the things, that personal witness. It's not being able to quote 120 Bible verses. It's not being able to walk people through the Romans road, although those are great things. It's about being a witness as to what God's done for you. People can't argue with that. So please, let's dig into the Word, and let's be in prayer. That's been the biggest thing for me, is it has driven me to my knees to be praying about this whole thing and how we react to it. Let's implore God to help us through this, give us the wisdom that we need. For Discipleship Today, my name is Pastor Bob Benson. Thank you very much.